Welcome to a presentation on the Hazardous Materials Plan Check process for the County of San Diego Hazardous Materials Division. The Hazardous Materials Plan Check program started when Assembly Bill 3205 came into effect on January 1st, 1989, and is codified in the California Government Code. In the Government Code, businesses must prepare a hazardous materials business plan or emergency plan. The HMBP must be completed, submitted, reviewed, and accepted for completeness before final occupancy is issued on the construction and tenant improvement projects. So who is subject to the Hazardous Materials Plan Check? Hazardous Materials Plan Check is targeting businesses doing tenant improvements or new construction that handle hazardous materials, regulated substances, hazardous waste, and/or underground storage tanks. The Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form is an important tool for businesses by allowing them to learn about laws and regulations that affect their operations, preventing costly retrofits and delays in opening or operating a process, putting them in contact with other agencies that may regulate their activities, and in preventing them from unknowingly committing serious violations. The Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form is an important tool for regulatory agencies too. It helps by maintaining accurate regulated substance records to be available for emergency responders, preventing hazardous materials violations by uninformed operators, identifying businesses required to upgrade existing permits, and identifying businesses exempt from plan check but subject to permitting requirements, such as dental and medical clinics. Things to keep in mind when issuing or reviewing the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form for a project. Number 1, the answers on the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form should represent the facility's business activities, not the project description. Sometimes the applicant requires a reminder that the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form should be completed for the entire business activities. Number 2, the date of occupancy or expected completion date should be filled in. This is helpful in determining when a submittal for the project will be done. Number 3, don't forget the assessor's parcel number. Please remind the applicant to include the assessor's parcel number, which helps for GIS applications. This is an example of a hazardous materials questionnaire stamped exempt or no further information required. When you see this, the business can conclude their project with no holds from the Hazardous Materials Division and the Air Pollution Control District. The Hazardous Materials Questionnaire has an area for the business to describe their day-to-day activities. There is also an area for the business to describe their proposed construction or tenant improvement project. These two areas should be completed on the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form. Here is a list of businesses that typically require a Unified Program Facility permit, and most businesses listed require a hazardous materials business plan. This listing will give you an idea what businesses for the Hazardous Materials Division and what equipment for the Air Pollution Control District require a license or permit. When you see the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form stamped in this area, the business is allowed to continue the project, but they must meet conditions before the project is finalized. For the Hazardous Materials Division, the condition that must be met is to submit permit and hazardous materials business plan information online at the California Environmental Reporting System, or CERS. Once the CERS submittal is acceptable, the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form can be stamped to Release for Occupancy or Final. Your assistance is greatly appreciated in making sure incomplete projects will not get a Certificate of Occupancy until the Hazardous Materials Questionnaire form has been stamped for a Release for Occupancy or Final. If you have any questions or concerns regarding the Hazardous Materials Plan Check, please call me at the phone numbers here. Thank you for helping to provide safe communities for San Diego County.